Good morning, children. Welcome to the geography class. Today we shall study about the last climatic zone, that is the frigid zone. In the previous chapters, we read that this zone has less population and it does not support plant life. Why is it so? Can any of you tell me? Come on, first let's do an experiment. You will need one plate of soil and water frozen on top, and in the other plate just plain soil. Plant the seeds in both the plates. What do you think will happen, children? You will see that you are unable to plant seeds in the ice, whereas it is very easy to plant seeds in the soil. This means it is difficult for any life to grow on frozen ground. Look at this diagram, children. The areas around the poles have the same kind of frozen surface, and it is frozen all throughout the year. And it is difficult for any life to survive. Can you breathe? If you sit in the fridge, can you breathe in the fridge? Will you feel comfortable? No. The same way, in this region, in the polar regions, it is very cold and no one can survive in these regions. It is extremely cold here and is called frigid zone. Look at the map, children. You will see that the northern frigid zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, whereas the southern frigid zone lies between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Pay attention, children. The northern frigid zone, that is the Arctic, it has the northern parts of the continents of Asia, Europe and North America. The southern frigid zone, that is the Antarctic, includes the continent of Antarctica. We will begin with the features of the frigid zone. First, we will look at the climatic features. Now, in the northern hemisphere, the climate is extremely cold and the land is frozen. The region has strong winds and blizzards during winter. Blizzards means snowstorms in winter. In summer, little ice melts in some parts of Europe, Asia and North America. Whereas if you look at the southern hemisphere, it's completely frozen throughout the year and it has cold, windy and dry with hardly any new snowfall. The next feature is the natural vegetation. Children, in the northern hemisphere, it is very difficult for plants to survive because the land is always frozen. It is frozen throughout the year. Here you will find dormant plants. What do you understand by the word dormant, children? Pay attention, it is an unfamiliar word. Some plants grow little or sometimes they do not grow. They cease their growth. They stop their growth for a period of time because of cold weather or dry climate or when there is no water. Such plants are called dormant plants. Plants like moss, lichen, berries are called dormant plants. In summer, small trees and bushes called tundra vegetation grow here. Now that word tundra is derived from the Finnish word tunturia, meaning barren or treeless hill or treeless land where there are no trees. Now in the southern hemisphere, there is no plant life because the land is frozen or barren. Barren means the land cannot produce any vegetation. And very small parts which do not get bad weather have tundra vegetation. we will see the pictures of tundra vegetation. Look here children, this is called moss, this is lichen, and these are berries. We will stop our lesson here. In the next part, we shall study about the animal life and people in the frigid zone and the Arctic zone. Till then, read the lesson and you all take care. Bye.